I'll start. I'm going to start with a fun one. Can you describe season 2 with an emoji? And then the second part is, what has your character taught you personally about yourself? And this too.
Okay. Season 2 with an emoji. Like, okay, I'm gonna make my own emoji because we have Genmoji now. It's like a giant ship and people crying, but then also to a giant group of kids hugging at the top.
I love it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
On the low, you concur.
I concur.
concurs.
I would say I would describe it with the wave emoji.
Okay, yeah.
There's so much water everywhere all the time.
Always drowning.
Yes.
It's great.
It's great.
I think what my character has taught me about myself is that it's super important to ask for help from people and actually let people in. I think Clarisse and I both share a kind of situation where we are very, very hyper independent. And this season, she goes through this, you'll see it, she goes through this journey where she learns what it means to be a leader in her own right and not like in the lights of her father or of Chiron or of anybody else that she looks up to, and at the same time she has to learn to trust people actually and let people help her finally. And I think that's something that I learned this year, is to actually allow people to be in my life and not just orbiting around, my life.
I would say what Grover's taught me. I would say that's a good question. I think Grover very much kind of looks at relationships, because he's an empath, he looks at relationships from kind of a top-down perspective, unless he's involved, in which case he's completely oblivious to everything that's happening to him. But he can very clearly see the connections between different people, kind of like he's looking at pieces on a chessboard, which is kind of what I wanted to bring into, like the Aries scene in season 1. Like a little bit of that, he's kind of watching the field from like a higher position. And I think that is my like everlasting goal, is to get to that place where I can kind of see these things objectively and just know what everyone needs in a given situation and just be there for them according to that. And it's something I'm trying to get better at, but I'll always look up to him for that.
Beautiful. That's a good answer. Thank you. I love holding that mic.
Me too. I love holding mics. Makes me feel powerful.
I know.
Speaking of Grover and usually a coming of emotional series, how do you handle like the more serious moments that are going to come from it?
It's a great question. Thank you for asking that. I think it's easy to forget sometimes that Grover kind of has his own journey that Percy and Annabeth might not necessarily relate to. And I'm excited for season 3 to be able to, because that's the first time Grover gets to meet, the hunters who kind of share that journey and that those morals that he kind of holds. But it's interesting because he feels so deeply, and so not only is he dealing with all of his own internal, because he's still a teenager, even though he's technically 24. He has the nervous system of his 12-year-old. And so he's going through adolescence much like everyone else. But he also feels everyone else's struggles. He feels Percy's unrelenting stubbornness, and he feels Annabeth's also unrelenting stubbornness. And he also feels Clarisse's unrelenting. It's a bit of a pattern with him. But yeah, it's a fun delicate balance, because again, he tries not to let it get too personal, but it's just so hard for him because he feels so deeply, and that's always been the most fun.
Speaking of Clarisse, what motivates her? Pride or something deeper?
Absolutely. I think what it comes from, it's pride at the surface level, because she is an Aries kid. We'll never forget that. But I think when it comes to Clarisse, it's a deep, deep insecurity and a deep need for wanting to be wanted. And when I say that, I mean wanted by her father, or worthy of the respect that she gets from her cabin mates. I think really, while she's at camp, she's garnered respect from her other castmates. What am I saying? Her
Peers.
Oh my gosh. She garners respect from her peers kind of by instilling fear in them of her and her skills and, ability to, wield her spear and things and such like that. However, all she wants deep down is to just be chosen by her father, because she never has been and probably never will be. So starting off for her on her journey, that's what is motivating her dad. And I think it's less about him and also more so about glory for her family. It's Kleos, Kleos, Kleos all the time. But as we go down her hero's journey and she starts to develop, I think she discovers what it means to actually have community and actually have family, and she discovers that she's not going to be able to get what she wants in the end if she is trying to be like her father.
Being
She learns
feared is
that
a lonely way to win.
exactly. She learns that very, very quickly, that being her father is not going to get her anywhere. So she has to decide to actually lead in her own way. And I think that opens up her brain and opens up her mind and her heart as well to new possibilities and relationships and experiences. And eventually she'll come to be a completely different person. But yeah, that's what I would say about her.
This will be last question.
So, Grover, what was the...
You can call me Grover. You can call me anything.
Call
I'll
him Groovy
respond.
anytime.
so what was it like when you put on the wedding dress for the first time?
Sorry, I'm getting emotional. Beautiful. I mean, it was genuinely, as a fan of the books, I mean, I didn't even think about it during the first season. That's a lie. I thought about it all the time. But I kind of, actually being there in the first fitting, it was surreal. It just didn't feel real until I actually got there. And putting it on, it's, it's kind of, it's such an iconic part of the series that you're almost putting on these expectations from everyone. But it was just it was perfect. It was genuinely exactly how I imagined it. And so much detail and love and care.
That is very true.
Yeah, and
Yes.
8 different fittings went into that. So I'm very excited to see.
Kate did her thing.
Kate did
with
her
that,
thing.
For sure.
She brought in her own personal collection of Swarovski jewels just to throw on this
Beat the
ruined.
dress.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's incredible. So I'm excited for people to see it very
So
much.
much
So.
attention.
I bet your cast loves seeing it.
Oh, big time. Yeah. Yeah.
His eyes lit up the second he put it on. He had a little pep in his step when he was
Thank
walking. I'll tell you, this one knows how to walk in heels.
Stop it.
Sure,
Yeah, what I do all day.
No,
I'm always on my
He's
tiptoes.
always on his tiptoes. When we shoot, fun fact.
It's like
when
second
we
nature to
shoot-
me.
Fun fact. Oh my god, I'm sorry. Anyway, when we shoot, he shoots on his tiptoes, legitimately, all day long. He has calves of steel. They're gorgeous.